Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer, and today I got a story for you. You guys are not going to believe this, okay? Some of you kind of already heard the story or read the story on the Instagrams, but okay, so this weekend was prom. My baby was beautiful, by the way. I think for a Saturday members video, maybe we'll share pictures and more stories. We wanted to do something special for Juju for her prom, and so Mr. Cinnamon got a car rental and we had to drive down to Richmond to get the car, okay? So we just rented like a big SUV and we only rented it for the night just to chauffeur her around because we drive a minivan and like there's nothing fantastic about a minivan, right? And she's in this beautiful pink gorgeous gown. She looks like a little angel, right? I'll show you a picture. All right, hey God. So we didn't tell her we were doing that because we wanted to make sure, first of all, that it was an actual option for us. And this picture only happened because a family was walking in the area where we were taking the pictures, and she came up to me. She's like, "Do you want me to take a picture of you with her?" And well, first of all, she's all, "You're beautiful." And I looked at her, I was like, "That's my baby." And she's like, "You want me to take a picture?" And so I was like, "No, I look terrible. You know, I was sweaty and like my pants are just way too baggy. They're falling off me, right?" And so, and she gorgeous. That's my baby girl. I might have another picture of just her. Oh, so anyway, Mr. Cinnamon actually dressed up and played chauffeur to her. So, anyway, the lady's like, "You want me to take a picture?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "You know, my mom's a photographer too, and we make her get in the picture. It's about the memories." And I was like, "Okay, you can take a picture of me with her, right?" So we went and we rented this car right here. And we went down to Richmond. And first of all, I'm going to tell you guys this, okay? I hate driving on the freeway. I don't drive very often anyway, but I don't like driving on the freeway. I can drive on the freeway for short distance. Dang it, my battery. I talked too much in yesterday's video. Hang on. One day, I promise I will have my stuff together. Today's not that day, but one day, okay? So, all right. Now the idea was we drive down, me and Mr. Cinnamon and a little man came with us. I was like, we're gonna drive down there together. He drives the rental back up to the house and I follow him in the van. And I was like, rules, okay? Mr. Cinnamon is one of those guys that does the traffic lane change all the time because he thinks one lane is faster than the other one, and it never is, okay? I told him I don't do that and I don't speed. Okay, so keep that in mind that I'm behind you when you're driving. Because Mr. Cinnamon's driving makes me nervous. Okay, it really does. Shoot, my own driving makes me nervous. I don't know. Anyway, so, right, we're driving down there and Mr. Cinnamon put in what he thought was the address to the car rental place. It was just like budget car rental or something, right? And so we're driving down in Richmond and we're driving down this one road and I was like, I'm looking around, I was like, there's a yarn shop on this road. Like, I just remember we went to it. It's called Dances with Wool. We went there when they first moved into that location and I didn't buy anything because I like really bright colors and they didn't have like any bright colors at the time. And I think it's because they just moved into the new location. There was not a lot of product in the store. And I mean, they just moved. It was like their store reopening or something. Like, it was the wrong time for me to go. I didn't buy anything, but I remembered, and it was in a cute little house, right? And so I'm looking around. I was like, I know it's here somewhere. And I opened up my phone, but apparently the GPS was off because it said it was behind us. And I was like, I don't remember it being behind us. Like, I feel like it was right, and we were stopped at a light. And I turn and look, and there's vendors, like little tents set up. I was like, what is going on over there? And I looked at the building, I was like, that's the yarn shop. And there's a sign out front, right? I didn't know little yarn shops did this, but this is brilliant, okay? It was a yarn stash busting yard sale. So they had vendors, i.e. other crocheters and knitters, that were selling off their stash in a yard sale type fashion. What? I was like, is this even a thing? Is this the... I was like, oh my... And Mr. Sim was like, do you want to go? I was like, duh! Turn! Like, we gotta go. Like, and we were so limited on time because... Okay? We gotta get to the car place by a specific time, turn around to get home. Richmond is not close to my house. It is an hour drive with good traffic, and there is never good traffic here, okay? I-95 is a hot mess all the time. Speaking of which, when we took the car back the next day, all lanes of traffic were blocked from a car accident the entire time we were on it. So we had to keep getting off the freeway to get around where all the blockages was. And that's not the first, that happened last time we were on 95. It was like I think it was 2 weeks ago, we were going, where did we go to a couple weeks ago? The Jake Wesley Rogers concert. The entire freeway was blocked off. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. But that time there was a car off the road and there was a shootout with the cops. So, I mean, I kind of understand why they closed the entire freeway. So, like I said, I was like, you gotta turn, we gotta go. He's all right, he turns in, you know. And there's all these little tables set up. A couple people had tents and like there's rain in the forecast. The sale ended at noon and it was 11. I was like, it's like the universe came together and it was like, you know, divine intervention or something. And so I'm like, all right, my plan was to walk the tables and then come back if I saw something. So I don't have the turtles here, but there was a young girl there. Her mom had my favorite table at the place and she was next to her mom. I took a picture because I bought the kids a turtle. This girl was like 16, maybe 17 years old, and she had a bunch of amigurumi set up on her table, and I saw these two turtles on a shelf sitting together, and that's a strawberry, okay? And I saw the strawberry one, and I was like, I have to have this. How much is it? She's about $8, and I was like kind of surprised by $8 because I was expecting 12 or 15, right? But she's like $8. And so I got that for Juju. And then I asked Little Man, like, what do you want? She had turtles and frogs, and her frogs were similar in shape to the ones I sew. So they weren't quite this cut out, but they were like more up here, but it was similar in shape to this type of frog. And, you know, I was like, what do you want, Little Man? And he's all, I want a turtle. I was like, but they have other things. She has frogs and she had one axolotl. And so, no, he wanted a turtle like his sister. So he got the green one. We took her last two turtles. Super, super cute. And the whole time I'm like looking at her mom's stash because her mom's taste was very, very similar to mine. Okay. So I walked away and they gave us this cute little Grogu bag for the turtles. Which I was like, okay, it's just meant to be because these people are so nice, okay? I just really... So I walked the path and I told the lady, I was like, I'll be back. Because this one, you guys already know, it's neon-y. You already know I was coming back for that. You just knew, okay? I'm just going to take those out of the bag. So I walked the length of the table and then we're coming back up the tables. And I saw this sitting on a table. Okay, this is not showing up on camera nearly as vibrant as it is in real life. Let's see if we can get the camera to adjust. Okay, it's a little darker than that. That's much more accurate. Okay, it's like the deepest depths of the ocean. The purple is just like, oh, it's luscious. And it's looking, this is actually purple. And it looks, let me adjust my coloring here. There we go. Well, not really. It's purple, okay? See, the camera wants it to be purple, but it's changing it to blue. See, it's definitely purple. It looks royal blue with purple spots. It's a dark, dark purple. Okay, let's see if I get that. Yeah, it's still not. Whoops. Adjust the lighting. All right, so I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it, right? I wonder if I put pink next to it, if it'll help. Nope. See, it keeps going purple, blue, purple, blue. That's the camera trying to adjust. It's not. It's not anything else. It's purple. Okay, it looks navy blue on the camera. That is royal purple. It doesn't matter. All right, so I saw this laying on the desk. This is Hedgehog Fibers, by the way. Hedgehog Fibers is widely known on the interwebs with all of the podcasters that do fancy stitching, right? I've never had Hedgehog Fibers before, and Hedgehog Fibers is hand-dyed yarn from Ireland. It says made in Ireland. These are the skinny singles. It's a fingering weight yarn. I'm going to take the price tag off of it. It is the color Bali. The regular price was $27, which is your average for something like this, okay? I'm just taking that off because I don't want that on there, right? And I picked it up, and the lady that had the table was not there. So she had her friend manning it, right? So her friend is like, I'm like, how much is this? She's all, well, it's cash only because, and so a lot of them had like, either you could PayPal them, you could Zedge them, or all of the, you know, the over the internet payment things. One person had a Square where they could slide your card. Like whatever. And I looked, I was like, how much? And the lady looked at it and she's all, well, I don't have her PayPal QR code. She said, so it's gonna have to be cash. Well, I didn't have cash. I wasn't planning on going to this thing. I didn't even know it existed, right? And so I set it back down, and the other lady that was on the other side, she's all, I'll pay her back. Just whatever the price is, I'll run it through my PayPal or whatever we use. I don't know, because Mr. Cinnamon footed the bill for this. And then I paid him back. So it was because I didn't bring my credit card. I wasn't planning on buying nothing. I didn't know we were stopping. Again, I didn't know it was there. So I sat it down really disappointed, and it's so vibrant. And the lady told me, she's all, that's only $2. I was like, I realize it's a yard sale, but I was expecting 10 or 15. Honestly. And I was like, $2, like, come on. That doesn't even make sense. $2. So I was like, and then when the lady stepped up and she's all, we'll do it in a separate transaction, because I also bought something from her table. So we had to do two different transactions, one for $2 and one for $10. Also, didn't understand the pricing. Like, it was just, I would have paid more. I would have paid more. But $2 for Hedgehog Fibers, okay? That's Cinnamon Stitches prices all day long, okay? So we did that, and then I saw this laid on her table, and you guys know I love bright colors. So I opened it up, and I'm like, I just need to feel it, you know? So that's fine. So I'm like feeling it, you know? And so it was soft. It passed the feel test. Two of these were $10. Now these are... let's see. Nicole Frost, Real Life Rumpelstiltskin, Fiber Sommelier since 2008. Beautiful. Just colorful, really soft. These are worsted weight, handmade with love. Merino and silk. 100 grams, $28 regular. This is the color Beach Ball. And this is just so pretty. It's so pretty. And then I went back to the girl we bought, well, the table, the mom of the girls' turtles. Went back to that very first table because, like I said, that one had to come home with me. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. And so I'm looking at all her yarns. I was like, okay, I really like this one. And she's all, that's self-striping. Like, I don't care because I'm probably going to crochet with it. So it's probably not going to be self-striping. Not that I don't have, I mean, I like self-striping yarns, but you guys know I crochet way more than I knit. This one, she goes, that one's self-striping too. So these two are self-striping. These are Vesper sock yarns, 100% superwash. Oh, no, yeah, no. Okay, this one is Vespa sock yarn, 100% superwash merino wool, 428 yards of self-striping goodness. Each skein is hand-dyed. Every colorway is unique. This is Seashells by the Seashore is the colorway. Dye lot 22, hand wash, dry flat. Knitterlythings.com. Okay, this one is Desert Vista Dye Works in the color Trolls the Movie. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay. Self-striping. 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, approximately 462 yards. Like I said, these colors are just, they're me, okay? They're me. And then Lavender Loon Yarn Company. This is pink something. Pink Man? Pink Mars? I don't know. I don't have a clue. 2018 Man Club. I think. Right? Can you read that? Man Club? Pink. Does that say pink? What does that say? I don't know. I'm sure somebody will know. Alright. This is a fingering weight. Hand dyed in northern Minnesota. 100 grams. 463 yards. Pinky purplies. Just gorgeous, right? So I'm holding these turtles like, okay, well, how much for the 3 of these? And when I went to her table the first time when we were looking at the turtles, she's all, whatever you want, like, I'm open to negotiation. Like, that's cool. Like, bargain with me, right? And I'm like, I don't do that. First of all, these are gorgeous yarns. These are your stash. I'm not bargaining with you. Whatever you say the price is the price. Like, well, I'm good with that. But, and I told this in yesterday's video, because I think she had a couple of bags of that too. And she's all, I was like, I'm just going to open this and touch it. And she's all, I think it was her. It might have been this lady. One of these ladies, I said, I'm going to open it and feel it. And she's all, open it, touch it, smell it, rub it on your face. Like, just rub it all over. I looked at her, I was like, you're my kind of lady. You're my kind of chick, you know? And I don't remember if it was this lady or if it was this lady. It doesn't matter. Either way, I was like, these are my people, okay? Because first of all, when you go to an LYS store, and I've had this experience before, okay? There are LYS stores that are snobby and they're knit specific. Like, if you're a crocheter, like, ooh, you crochet. Like, this yarn is not for crochet, right? And I have personally experienced that. And the stores that I'm mentioning this week, I have not gotten that experience at all. I have been welcomed, even being a crochet mostly person. I do knit, but I am mostly a crocheter. And they're just like my kind of people. And so if I'm mentioning a store this week, I felt safe in that environment. I felt welcomed. I felt comfortable. I felt amongst my people. And so when I asked her how much those 3 skeins of yarn were, she was like, how does $30 sound? Sold. Like, it's $10 a skein. That's like a good price. I would gladly pay that. And these are all like $30 skeins of yarn, right? $28 minimum. Just beautiful, just beautiful. So that's the yarn I purchased. But then I went around the corner and there was also, at the front of the parking lot that faces the road is the house, which is the Dances with Wool. And on the grass was the yarn vendors. But the parking lot was this way and it was this way. And there was buildings in all kinds of ways, right? And apparently there is a quilting shop back there as well, which I've never been into. I can't give experience to that. I didn't interact with any of the quilters. But back there was a couple of other little booths set up. And little man wanted to go back there. He was looking, he thought it was a regular yard sale, you know, he just wanted to look. He already got a turtle, he's excited, right? And we start going towards like one of the last ones because I wanted to work my way back towards it. And I see this woman pacing a little bit like she was nervous, like she didn't know what to, like she, and she goes, "Is that Cinnamon Stitches?" Right? And I was like, yeah. She's all, oh my God. And she's so excited. And she's like, you can tell, and I've experienced this before. This is a normal reaction, okay? I'm so excited to see you, but like, they know me. You guys know me. I don't know you guys in return. So it's like, common sense tells you, like, I'm still kind of a stranger, you know? So you could tell she was like, she really wanted to come and greet me. She was very excited, but at the same time, she's like, this lady doesn't know me, right? Come up to me. Always come up to me. If you see me in the wild, come up to me. I don't care what I'm doing. If I'm yelling at my children, you can come interrupt that, okay? Just come say hi. I will gladly say hi to you. I will be as friendly as I can possibly muster. Like, welcome to Cinnamon Stitches land, right? So I go up to her, and I believe her name was Ingrid. I have a picture to show you. Okay, so I hope she doesn't mind me showing this. She's cute as a little button. She's just so sweet. So I go up and I talk to her, and I don't know, she was with a man. I don't know what relation he was to her, so I'm not going to even try to guess, but she turns around because he's kind of looking like, what is going on, right? He's giving her that look like she done lost her mind, right? So, where is the dang picture? I know it's in here. The problem is I take too many pictures. I know it's in here. There it is. It was hiding. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. So she turns around and she's all, she's on YouTube and she makes all these, and she's like complimenting me, you know, she does this and she does that and whatever. And I looked at him, and he just wasn't caring. He was not caring. And I said, I'm just some weirdo that talks to myself in my room and puts it on the internet, you know. And he gave me that look like, husbands are the best. So anyway, this is Ingrid. I believe her name is Ingrid. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. And this little bee was on her table, and after we met, because she asked if she could take a picture with me, but after I bought the bee, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a picture with her, with the maker and the bee. I fell in love with this bee. She also had baby dolls, like cute little baby dolls with all different skin tones on it. So she like had one for all the kids that might come through, right? Which is fantastic. Because little kids always want babies that look like themselves. I fell in love with this little bee. It was sitting on her table. These big old floppy wings. I love this thing. Okay, and I was like, well, how much is that? And she looked at me, she's all, $12. And now I know dang well she can get $25, $30 for this thing. So I don't know if she cut me a deal or if she's way undercutting herself, but I bought it. I brought it home, and now I have a piece of Ingrid with me forever and ever and ever, and I just love this so much. You guys know, I relate bees to Juju because she's my Juju bee, and this is so stinking cute. Look at her little eyes, and she's sparkly, like all the black is sparkly. She's so cute. I love her so much. So this is mine, and her arms move, look, because it's like, you know how you put the, you know how you don't really attach them, but you attach them so that they're movable. So her legs go down, and then when she wants to sit, her legs go up. So she was just sitting on the table just like this, cute as could be, right? And I was like, okay, I need that. I need that bee in my life. So stinking cute. So the bee is going to stay here in my little room. I love her. I just love, I love her so much. And I really had a good time meeting Ingrid, and it was really an awesome experience, you know. So it was funny because I told Mr. Sim, I was like, go sit in the car. Because he's all, we gotta hurry, we gotta go, you know, we gotta go to, I'm like, I'm just gonna walk little man up here, I'll be right back, you know. And he's at the car and turns around to see me, and he sees the fangirling that is going on, and he recognized right away. He's all, that's the Cinnamon the Cinnamon Stitches fan. I gotta go. He does the bodyguard thing. I don't know what he thinks is gonna happen. Like, my people, you guys aren't gonna come up and like mob me or hurt me or anything. Like, the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna get a hug from Cinnamon Stitches, okay? And I like hugs. I will hug you. Like, I really will. As long as you're not weird, I will, you know, we're cool, you know. I try to read the situation, you know. Anyway, when he's like, he comes over like he's gonna bodyguard me. He's gonna like be my protector. I think it's adorable. It's cute, but like totally unnecessary. I've never, and I've met a couple of you in public. I've met a couple of podcasters just at events. I have never once felt unsafe in that situation. So I appreciate his thoughtfulness, but I just have never felt unsafe with my people. I know you guys ain't gonna do nothing. So anyway, I had a really good time. And then I felt bad because we had to hurry up and leave, and I never actually went inside Dances with Wool because I would like to see what it looks like updated. But the James River yarn crawl is coming up next month, and it's right before graduation. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go, but I really would like to go because they are participating in the James River yarn crawl, which has I think it starts May 12th and it goes to the 20th, and graduation is that week. But I would really like to go at least visit a couple of the stores. I would really like to go back into Dances with Wool because, like I said, when I went last time, they had just opened up and it was just very empty in there, and they didn't have anything that really drew my attention. But I think, and I'm not positive, I think the lady that I bought these from works there because she looks a lot like the lady that's in the videos on their website. And so I don't know. I don't know if I was actually talking to somebody that worked there or the owner. I don't know who I was talking to, but I mean, it's a possibility I was talking to her. I don't know if it was the same lady. Because sometimes your memory like will remember things one way and you're like, well, that's not what happened at all. So anyway, I'm drinking ice cold tea because I've been talking for 2 hours now and my tea is so cold it's ridiculous, but it still tastes good cold. But yeah, that was so neat. It was like, I was so excited because first of all, have you ever heard of a yard sale? I mean, I've heard of like estate sales where somebody passed away and they're like selling off their yarn, or somebody, and I've heard this story a lot. Somebody's gotten arthritis so bad they can't do the craft anymore, so they sell off their stash. I've heard of that. I have never heard of selling off your stash in a yard sale to get rid of extra, or I mean, we do it here on YouTube, right? And she said on their website it was an annual thing. Well, look at that deliciousness. What the heck was that? Something just fell on the floor. Look at that. Oh, yard sale. They do it every year. So I was like, I am following all their social medias because I need to go next year again, because it was like, I could not believe the prices. And I understand you're selling off stash. Okay, I have always had like a $1 or $2 a ball price myself. Like when I sell off the yarn boxes, when I've done mystery boxes in the past to get rid of some of the old stash to make room for new yarn, because for us podcasters, we buy a lot of yarn just for the purpose of making a video, just for the purpose of showing it for a review, because someone asked us to, or because there's a new yarn on the market we want to show you. It like benefits the channel. So we come through, there's a lot of yarn that comes through our hands, okay? There's not a possibility that I could possibly use all of my yarn. So when it becomes too much, I make mystery box and I sell it off. And my personal prices is $1 to $2 a ball, depending on what it is. But to see someone else do that, that's not a podcaster, just blew my mind. I was gobsmacked. And even at $10 a hank, you can't beat that for hand-dyed yarns. And a lot of people look at that and they're like, well, that's sock yarn. Like, you gotta make socks. I am not putting that on my feet. Okay? That yarn is too luscious to go anywhere near my feet or my floors. Okay, I have wood floors and I have 3 dogs. I am not ruining that yarn by putting it on my feet. It's not gonna happen. That's gonna be clothes or a shawl or something luscious. Even if it just goes in my knitting machine and becomes one of those beautiful scarves like Winifred is currently wearing. That's a Zauberball. Yes, sir. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be on my body, okay? It's gonna be like, oh, because I love it. I love it. So I'm going to be caking up some yarns in the next coming weeks because my goal this year is to use the hand-dyed yarns, the hanks, to use up the expensive yarns. Just like I made this shawl. This is the Rainbows and Sunshine and Rainbows shawl that was part of Mary Maxim Week, made with hand-dyed yarn, and everybody really loves that. Everybody that saw it was like, that's so gorgeous. So I'm gonna be doing more stuff like that. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you live in the Richmond area or anywhere in Virginia, I will link Dances with Wool below. Follow them, because I'm telling you, if they do this again next year like they said they're going to do, they're going to have another Stashbusting yard sale. And you can't beat the prices. You can't beat the prices. There was 10 packs of yarn, enough to make a sweater easily, for like 60 bucks. You can't get that anywhere else. You can't. And I was like, and one, the table that I got the beach ball colorway from, I also was looking at, she had big packs. She had packs of Premier Yarns, and it was discontinued Premier Yarns in beautiful colors. And I walked over and I was like, and there was a lady standing there. She's all, I'm buying these. Because she knew. I was over there looking at those. I was like, all right, cool. I'll let you have those. I'm good. I really don't need more Premier Yarns, but like, I was not going to pass that up. She had like 10 balls for $10. Yes, please. That same lady, ironically enough, was like, I was talking about color or something, and she's all, yeah, I don't really like bright colors. This is as bright as I get. And she had like jewel tones on. And I was like, well, that's really pretty. She's all, thank you. But she was like, you know, she was letting me know she doesn't like wild colors. And then the other lady that was sitting down, and I was like, I just love bright colors. I was talking to another lady, and she's like, yeah, I can tell. I was like, wonder how you could tell. I wonder how she knew I really like bright colors. It was funny though. It was funny. It was a good time. I really enjoyed myself, and I've never heard. So now I'm going to do some research on the internet and see if there's any more sales like that. I've never heard of that. And if you're an LYS and you're watching this, you need to put together an event like that. That was really awesome. And advertise the heck out of it. Tell me about it. I'll tell everybody. It was so cool. It was just like all these little shops from their customers like set up. It was just so cool, and it's such a cool idea. And it wasn't just yarn. Like I said, there were makers there. It was like a craft / yarn. It was just the coolest. It was the coolest. Now there was this one, I think the turtles, I think that mom, the teenager, made the amigurumi. There was 2 little kids on her other side, and they were selling the water balloons, and little man wanted them, but I told little man, I was like, I can make those for cheaper than what they're selling them for. And I don't think he's going to use them anyway, because he does not like getting wet particularly. He does not like playing outside because he's terrified of the bugs. So like I could not see buying him the crocheted water balloons, especially when I could make them. They're so easy to make. But I felt bad because it was 2 little kids trying to sell them, and I felt bad telling them no, but the older sister, I was like, you know, we'll buy from her. But at the same time, I was like, I know he's not going to use that. I know he's not going to use that. So anyway, I'm going to finish off my cup of tea, and I will be back tomorrow and Friday. And then I have videos for next week. I have so much content this week to talk to you guys about and show you. I have videos I can record for next week today, which is completely unheard of. So I'm going to record as many videos as I can so that the rest of the week I can work on other things, because I want to make a tutorial this week. And I haven't even designed what I want to tutorialize. I haven't even thought of what I want to make. But I talked about that yesterday. I want to make something with the Michigan Fine Yarns for Friday. And I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet. So I'm trying to come up with a design that is summer appropriate, that is going to really show off that beautiful pink yarn. And I still have to design all of that and figure that out and figure out yardage and all that good stuff. And because we're mostly crocheters here, I want to do a crocheted pattern, not a knit. So we're going to figure all that out very soon, probably tomorrow. So I'm going to record as much as I can today, which is Monday. So some of these videos, I'm going to be wearing the same outfit next week because we're going to just record a whole bunch today and I can edit them throughout the week while we're crocheting. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.